What up, guys? Back again with another review. This is J Rich TV. Tuning in, that's me. Here with One Piece 973 today. Oh my gosh. Now, let's just get right into it. Kiyoshiro, aka Denjiro, aka the Witching Hour boy. Man, this dude has been undercover for so long, and after enduring all of that pain and loss from the Kozuki to watching Oden die, man, he isolated himself. Complete isolation. And then started his own tale similar to Oden, but in a reverse way to the dark sides of Wano. Now, obviously he gained the attention of Orochi, which he exploited, because now he has Orochi's undying trust. And of course, you know, he made Orochi think that he killed Komurasaki, aka Hiyori, when really all he did was cut Hiyori to make it look like he was gonna kill. Oh my God, him and Hiyori have been working together this whole damn time. Oda, you're the greatest. Simple. I'm just keep it simple, because there's so many words you can say. Oda, you are the G. But anyway, let's get into this. I want to highlight something. When they showed Oden on the ship, on Roger's ship, playing with Hiyori and Momonosuke for like the last few moments of his life on Roger's ship for his adventures. If you notice how he's training Momonosuke, look in the back of that panel. Look at Shanks. Shanks is like standing in shock and awe and like mesmerization and cheering them on in a way. This is indeed, now I don't know what you're thinking, but let me tell you this. A picture can say 1,000 words. This picture is definitely saying in this panel that Shanks was not only trained by Rayleigh, but he was also trained by Oden and Roger as well. Oden, Roger, and Rayleigh all assisted Shanks on his training. They all taught him different aspects of swordsmanship, whether you wanna think it's real or not. All three of those guys taught young Shanks different aspects of his swordsmanship. Now check this out. This is how Shanks became a Yonko. It wasn't him defeating anybody. It was his last duel with Mihawk. And it wasn't about him winning nor losing the duel. Shanks and Mihawk had their last duel, and it was fought to a stalemate while Shanks had one arm. Remember, Shanks didn't become a Yonko until after he visited Luffy's village. Shanks fought Mihawk to a stalemate even with one arm. And that is why Mihawk will not fight him. Mihawk doesn't feel like Mihawk doesn't want to fight Shanks again only to come to another draw, especially against a one-armed man. You know what? Because here's the thing, Mihawk cares too much about his reputation. And I have no problem with that, because one, that's real. You got the strength to back that reputation up. I mean, come on now. Look at the honor behind that. I respect Mihawk a whole lot more. Because it's like this. Shanks won their last duel not by beating Mihawk, but by fighting him to a stalemate, meaning that nobody won. It was just a tie. Even with Shanks having one arm, that's what made him a Yonko, because they had to divide the power of swordsmanship between the two. So the girls say, manipulating the world news and the media as they do, gave Shanks the Yonko title and Mihawk the world's greatest swordsman. When in reality, it should be the other way around. Because the world's greatest swordsman really has one fucking arm. And he fought the other world's greatest swordsman to a stalemate to become a Yonko in the first place. Just had to get that. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, like I was saying, man, Shanks fought Mihawk to a straight stalemate, and that's how he became a Yonko. Now, back to 973. You see Shanks inside the panel with Oden. As you can see, Oden is training Momonosuke. Slice your opponent, Momonosuke. That's it. You know. Shanks is taking note of that. Real interesting to see. That's just, I'm sorry, but I'm a person, I read between the lines and I read between the imagery. Now check this out. Orochi is in a hot ass boiling bowl of water, sauna of water, but apparently he's cold. And I guess that's the properties of like a dragon, because he clearly has his devil fruit by then. As you know, snakes are cold-blooded animals. So so you know, Orochi, he has kind of the 8-headed dragon hydra thing. He's like part snake as well. There's some snake reptilian relation within dragons and lizards. But check this out. Snakes and lizards are usually, I think, cold-blooded animals. So that's why they need warm environments. That's why you see lizards in the little heat lamps and shit. You know, the lizards that you feed crickets and whatnot. Why do you think they have heat lamps? Because they're cold-blooded animals. Orochi is a cold-blooded individual, not only in heart, but in spirit, and as well as in physical form alone, given his devil fruit. Hope you don't mind, I do chief a little bit. Anyway, back to the chapter. Now, as we can see, as we can also see later on, when Kaido officially takes over Wano, man, and he got Momonosuke hanging on that ledge like, yeah, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? Like, didn't I tell you to take out that trash? But man, he holding that boy like Scar didn't fight, like, long live the king. Like, I'm for real. And then Momonosuke, he keeps to his spirit. You know, my father is a great warrior, and he sees some of Oden when he says that. Kaido sees Oden in Momonosuke when he says that, but he's too proud to admit it. Now, Kaido has honor. Now, I know what you're thinking. What kind of honor does he have if he let an old lady help him in a fight? He didn't tell that lady to interfere. She did it. And he killed her. I mean, come on now. That's some category stuff. You interfere with my battle, I'm going to beat your ass because I was over here trying to win my battle one by one and you had to interfere. And you sullied my reputation in doing so. That's how Kaido felt. So Kaido, like he said, don't worry about the old hag. I'm sorry about that. I killed her. See, Kaido didn't have any intentions of cheating because Kaido relies on his own strength so much. Come on. So Orochi's grandparent just got murked for no reason. Wonder what happened to the grandfather, though. Well, he obviously must have been killed, too, because wherever they went, they were together, the old hags, the old people. I mean, except in this instance where she traveled onto the battlefield to disguise herself as Momonosuke. But here's the thing. When she later regrouped back with Orochi's grandfather, Kaido met up with them both and killed them both, more than likely. If he was with her, he had to be killed with her because, I mean, that's the old hag's husband. You think he's going to be happy about Kaido just wiping her off without nothing to say? Come on. Now check this out. Kiyoshiro, Denjiro, he found Komurasaki, and when he didn't find her, his geisha girls at the house of the Yakuza house and family found her. And Kiyoshiro, Denjiro, told her about himself. You don't recognize me, but I served your father. He bowed to her, so he still believes, and he knows that the fight will continue. So he's been biding his time by being Orochi's underling. And I can understand that, you know what I'm saying? You got to change with the times. Develop a new battle tactic. Now, a lot of people are thinking like, so will he have a clash with Zoro again? Yes, he will. But the thing is, they're going to have a short clash. And I think Zoro is going to give a slight wound on him. But then somebody from the 9 Scabbards is going to break it up and explain everything. Because then it will be revealed. Also, I do believe that once they find out they're on the same side, then they're going to work together. And Zoro will fight Queen. That's going to be the shit. Zoro. Oh, y'all want to talk about Zoro's Conqueror's Haki? I want to touch on that. He does have it. He's had it this entire time since birth. You're born with it. Zoro was born with Conqueror's Haki. He didn't awaken it. He was born with it. And he inherited it from his bloodline. You don't understand, guys. People who are born with Conqueror's Haki, they don't lose it. They only lose it if they submit their will to another person. Now, you can follow another person without submitting your will. Clearly, Zoro and Luffy, their relationship. Zoro is still keeping true to his own ambitions, but he said, I am loyal to you because I respect you. So that's like a king's acknowledgement of another king. When you have a king's will, you attract kingly people around you. And as well as those individuals who have great spirits. Now, Zoro is royalty in his own right because I think Zoro has royal lineage to Wano. Zoro could be the rightful heir to... Now, I'm not saying rightful heir to Wano. That's Momonosuke. But I'm saying Zoro could be like the rightful heir... Not heir, I say the rightful lineage to the allies of the Kozuki clan. Like, the ally, like, you know how the Kozuki clan is the king, or the kingdom of Wano, the king family of Wano, but the king family has like close friends who they insist in charge of the castle duties and whatnot, like making sure the guards are militant, making sure that the chefs are doing their job, you know, making sure everybody's on point so that they don't have to move at all and be a family. That's what I think. Zoro's family was like the second in command lieutenants of the royal family of the Kozuki. But they had their own like part of Wano that they ruled in. Now, this was an amazing chapter. I have nothing bad to say about it at all. Like, nothing for real. To learn all of this and the fact that Kiyoshiro is the witching hour boy, Denjiro, it satisfied the story a lot more. It had a lot more meaning to it once we saw that he shed a tear when finding Hiyori. Like, this chapter was crazy. Crazy. And I gotta stop saying like that. I really do. Just anyhow. Yeah, this is a great chapter. I'm blown away. And I hope that we're not on break next week. I mean, I don't think we are. But other than that, yo, check this out. I want to touch on something else. Birth lineage in One Piece. Look at Nico D. Robin. Look at Makino from the bar maiden from Fuchsia Village, from Luffy's hometown. And also look at Portkis D. Rouge, Ace's mom. Look at those three of those women. Look at their hair colors. They all have a distinct hair color, but yet their children, except for Makino, directly get their hair color from their fathers. Ace and Robin inherited their hair color from their fathers. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Makino's baby has green hair, similar as her. Now, what I'm getting at this is, guys, you don't know how genetics are gonna play out in One Piece, but that does not excuse somebody from being the offspring of a significant character. Stop being such a wait till it's confirmed. Oda can confirm something without having to verbally confirm it. That's why it's called detailed imagery, a story, details, follow the plot. Anyway, like I was saying, Robin is the only Straw Hat, to my knowledge, that has never met Ace. Robin, during the Alabasta arc, Ace was already off the ship when they met her. Roger has heavy ties to the O'Harans. He does. Nico Olivia has white hair. Robin has black hair. And if you ask me, she bears a slight resemblance to Roger in a female way, but she takes after Nico Olivia in looks. Nico Robin is the half younger sister of Ace, everybody. Listen, when Rayleigh asks, who do you think is going to find One Piece? He said, my son, of course. That is implying that he has more than one child, indirectly. But the more than one child he's referring to is of another gender, and also his child. Remember what they said to Nico Olivia when those sailors were pulling off from shore. We'll fulfill your husband's wishes. Remember, pirates don't necessarily get married unless they want to. Now, you can call someone a husband of someone in the One Piece world, just depending on the bond and relationship of the significant other. If you're with somebody with so long, they'll just call you their wife, like Rayleigh and Shaki. We haven't confirmed that they had an actual wedding. Have we? If we have, just let me know. Other than that, like, you don't really have to confirm a relationship in One Piece. They'll just tell you like they're wives because they love each other or care about each other that much. Now check this out. Also, with that being said, Nico Olivia, she could read poneglyphs. Roger could hear poneglyphs. Why would they not make a child together? Come on! And we still don't know the significance of Portkis D. Rouge. What was her role to Roger? Like, how did they meet? I really want to know that. Because the thing is, they showed Roger leaving the ship, but they never showed him meeting Portkis D. Rouge. I wish they would have showed that. Now, check this out. I think that Robin is the sister of Ace. Also, look at Monkey D. Dragon. He cherishes Robin so much. Why is Robin so important? Because not only can she read poneglyphs, but I think Dragon even knows that Robin is the daughter of Gold D. Roger. So this was my review of 973 and my other speculations. This has been J Rich TV. You're tuning in with me, obviously. I'll see you next time. And remember, One Piece is life, and life is One Piece.